Hi, I'm Mike of Nearly Enough Dice. This is the Kerbal Space Program. The Mun Hopper 3 is on its way. It's hopping. Hopefully, anyway. I've just left the taxi stand, and I worked out that I was 3.5 kilometers away when I stopped. When I turned my engines off, basically. So, hopefully, if I get within 3.5 kilometers of this waypoint, I will then be able to halt at a reasonable distance. Now, here's the thing I need to test. Is my leg balancing strip working? No, that's interesting. For some reason that I don't quite understand, KOS is acting as if I don't have the Infernal Robotics mod installed. Right, that's not that much of a problem in this particular instance, because the area around here is really quite flat, so that should be fine. But it is a little aggravating that for some reason I'm no longer able to do that, and it is just acting as if Infernal Robotics doesn't exist. I may have to do like an uninstall and a reinstall and stuff like that. So, coming up to the correct distance, getting very close in fact. And we're going to see what's actually going to happen. Let's zoom in a little bit on this map. Now, the last time I did this with Mun Rover, which is down there, I actually had to hover quite a way. Oh, getting very close. And I don't know. I think I know why. I think that was because I did some other adjustments, which I didn't need to do, or which counted, which increased the distance. But not in the right way. We'll see how this goes. I should have enough height above the terrain. There we go. Gradually climbing up the nav ball, which is what I need. I'm off to the left, but that's not a problem. I don't actually need to refuel from this one. Well, I don't need to refuel from the mining station itself. So I don't mind particularly if I'm a bit off course, if I'm a bit off to the left. Suicide burn distance is also okay. Zoom in a bit more. Slope's perfectly fine. It looks like I'm going to be about a kilometre away. overshot slightly, so I'm actually going backwards a bit. So I will... basically try and bring myself back up there. Well, I've got a ton of Delta V left, so I'll probably just get down to... I might as well bring up this one. Basically, I'll get down there and I'll hover over. Horizontal speed is very small, that's all good. Suicide burn distance is fine. Okay, I could have gone with being a bit close. I could have waited a little longer, but I'm not 3 kilometers away like I was with Mun Rover I. Now I think that was because when I was rocketing over, and I got, you know, such that my path was going over, and then I thought, well, I'm going up 2,000 meters. There's 2,000 meters between the two. I need to go up a lot, and I think what I should have done is taken my when should I burn before I did that height correction, because that increased the distance that it said that I had gone from my starting point, but wasn't increasing the distance I needed to be from my end point. So I think I was more accurate this time. So actually it looks like I'm going to be less than 1 kilometer away, in fact. Getting quite dicey now. I'm aiming for like just over 50. So that's what my suicide burn distance should be, and that's what I should end up when I get to zero. Vertical, and that actually looks like it's going to be about right. In fact, I'm quite a bit over. Never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna run me hover. Which actually adds 5 meters to the script as it's set up. Assumes you're starting from a landing point, so it adds 5 meters, and so you go up 5 meters. But I was already going up because while I was doing all that typing, I was go back the other way. While I was doing all that typing, I was still, you know, going upwards at full throttle. So maybe I should have turned the throttle off or something. But never mind. So I'm going to go up for a little bit. I'm going to go down for a little bit. Ooh, that thing's running very slow at the minute. Yeah, so I've got under 1 kilometer to go and hover. I don't need to get too close. Yeah, I went about 3 meters below my hover height there. So that's not too bad. I'm now going to point towards target and head over. give myself a decent speed. Decent horizontal, I mean. Plenty of delta V, so that's fine. Time running very, very slowly. But yeah, I don't need to get too close to the mining station, because I'm not going to have to refuel from the mining station. Whereas Mun Rover I did need to be, I'd want it to be within a certain distance so that I could run a pipe through. It does have claws on it, so I could instead hover over and then, you know, attach the claw and then go with that. But the difficulty with that is that the Mun Rover I does not have a computer on board. Doesn't have a KOS unit. Maybe that's one of the things I should send over with my next spare parts thing. I should send over one of those. I'm also beginning to think maybe I should start, or maybe I could create a reusable one of those. Because at the moment, I've just got a thing that will come down. It's a lander, and it'll come down. And that's it. It'll just land there, and it'll sit there forever, being empty and not being of any use to anybody. So I wonder if I might not want to create one that can go down, come back up, and then get recovered. And, you know, that'll make things a little less wasteful. I'll feel a little bit better about being able to send tools to the Mun station. What I could also do, because eventually what I'm going to want to do is have this station and maybe other stations like it be resupplied and have new crew rotations come in and stuff like that. And if I make a craft that does that, so I'll need a craft that can come down to within a reasonable distance of this and then take off again with the old crew, and then they all end up back home. I can just put one of those item storage pods on it, and, you know, if I need to take gear to a station or, you know, like this, then I can just take it. I can just put that, you know, we're sending you know, a new rotation of scientists over. Are there any bits and bobs you also want to take with you? Like a thing that I would want to add onto the mining station would be a supply of those, where is it on this? I forgot where I put it. The mining, oh, there we go. That connection port there. I'd want a supply of those, because that way craft could come in, land near here. If they didn't already have one of those attached, you could attach one. And stuff like that. But, you know, I could also do things like add docking ports to things that don't have docking ports. Well, I don't know if you can add docking ports to things that don't have docking ports. That seems a bit weird that you'd be able to do that. I suppose adding... how high am I up? Let's go down a bit. I suppose, if you think about it, adding that kind of refueling thing is also a bit weird, because you're punching a hole in the fuel tank, fundamentally, when you're doing that. Alright, let's bring ourselves down. 70 meters, which is a bit much. I don't need to be that high. Alright, so about, what, 30 seconds out. Just gradually lowering myself down. I don't need that anymore. Down we go. I want to start thinking about slowing down as well soon. But I want to get relatively low to the ground before I do that. Okay, under 60 meters. Do have to be careful, because I did have at least one time where lowering my desired height essentially sent me crashing to the ground in ways that I don't quite understand. So I could just drop several at one go. I'm kind of dropping a meter at a time. And that might be a little too, conservative. Beginning to see everything, even under all the text. Drop several meters in that. I'm heading very much off that way. Let's try using the RCS to bring us back. And I'm going to start slowing down. Basically, I wanna get there such that I am a not too bad distance away for moving backwards and forwards, because I'm going to be wanting to I'm going to be wanting to sending my guys over. I'm going to want to put the science in the research bay. Let's really slow down now. Slow down. Now I'm going too far this way. Wow, those lights are really strong. Okay, my horizontal speed is now, about approximately 1 meter a second. That's when I tend to switch over to using RCS. Mun Rover I had Werner engines instead of RCS, which I have to admit I quite liked, on the grounds that they're really quite powerful. Right, let's bring ourselves down even further. We're actually going in a 5 meter increment this time. Slope's fine. 58 meters, it'll do. Now it's just a case of very, very gradually bringing myself down. To the 7 or so meters, which is my actual landing height. Now about 10 meters, thereabouts, above my landing height, so just a little bit further down. This is where it'd be nice to have a nice now land me script, which will land me at like 1 meter a second kind of thing. That settle a little bit. I'm not quite sure why the engine is going so completely crazy. Very close now. Should be this next one. Might be the one after, because I was like 0.8. There we go. So there we go. We can stop that. There we go. We're not, strictly speaking, completely upright. That's no problem. Well, you can see how slowly everything is, because the you can see how slowly the panels are coming out. Just going to quickly check a thing. Alright, add-ons are available. That is false for some reason. I don't understand what is going on with that. For some reason, it does not think Infernal Robotics is available. That's very weird. Well, anyway, next time I'm going to be taking all my science. All my... how many have I got there? '83 science, 83 experiments. I'm going to take them over to... over to here, and I'm going to start making science transmissions, but that is going to be for next time. Thanks so much for watching. Do hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Come visit Nearly Enough Dice at nearlyenough.com. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. Find us there. And until next time, reach the stars.